Hey everyone, welcome back. Sunday evening here. We got a little update to do here on our 63 Ford. We were able to go out today and get a can of good automotive primer for this. So we're supposed to have temperatures in the 70s tomorrow. So hopefully this thing can get a nice bath and get at least primered and hopefully wet sanded and re-primered again all tomorrow. But I'm not going to hold my breath. We'll just see what happens. But let's give a quick update of what I've been working on. You guys, everybody knows about the features we did in the engine bay. Really haven't done anything else to that. Today, I did make some 12-volt flashlights that you used to be able to find on fire trucks back in the 50s and 60s. And we made a couple locations on the body for them. And you see right here, I made what looks like a little encased tray out of some 30 thousandths thick by 80 thousandths wide styrene, and we can just take this guy and stick him right in there. Of course, he won't work while I'm filming. There we go. And that way he is locked into position. Now, the way we made these was two pieces of 80 thousandths styrene, just some scrap I had laying around. I used a 20 thousandths by 60 thousandths wide strip styrene. After I sanded it, I just glued it around the frame, and then I sanded everything flush with each other. We have a piece of a cut down paper clip for our handle. We have two pieces of, I think they were 3/16 styrene rod. They may be a little smaller for on and off buttons. And then we used a couple old spotlights for our lantern beam. So we stuck one here, and then we've got one, if I can get over here where you can see it. We also made the same thing here on the back where this one will locate. And that locks them into place so they won't come flying out when the guys are going down the road. We also worked on our fire extinguishers. You can see these two here. They're just kind of setting in place with some poster tack right now. Same thing with our deluge nozzles. And we did alter the back of the truck. I put some sheet styrene back here and covered up two of the compartment doors that were back here. We're just going to go with one. And I made little receptacles here for our axe handles, or axe heads, I should say. It may be kind of hard to pick out since everything's still white, but I made 4 of these today for the axe to sit in. And I still have to work on an item to get this cinched back here. We got 2 of them for back here. We worked on the ladder a little bit. It does go in and out all the way. That took a lot of sanding. But over here, we also made an axe head receptacle here, and then we used one of our little eye bolts for the handle to rest in. So that should look pretty good once we get it all detailed out. Over here on this side, we done the same thing here. That way you can just put it in, and stick him right back down. Easier said than done. Well, crap. We'll get it. Stick him in there and drop him in. Still haven't done any more work to the pump panel yet. I'm thinking I'm going to get rid of these and do something else. And our pump valves here, on and off, they're still functioning for us. Let's see, what else did we get done? I don't know if you'll be able to see this or if I can get this up without knocking everything off, but we did get our exhaust system finished and painted. We've got the blackouts on the inside of the tailpipe. So we've pretty much done with all that. I did get the ring on the rear tires, rear wheels, I should say. I got them chromed, so now they match the front. I think you can see both of them. They match the front really well. And then we did make a hard hose bed cover. My camera stand kind of sucks. Speaking of the hose bed, and there goes all my parts. I went through and made 2 more partitions for the hose bed. So when I lay the fire hose in it, those will be all filled up. But we made a hard cover for the hose bed just out of a piece of 40 thousandths sheet plastic, and he's going to set it on there like that, and that's how it's going to look. This will be painted, I don't know, either red or black. And the reason why I do this on the vast majority of my builds is when I lay my shoestring in here, I only have to go back about 1.5 inches, 2 inches at the most. You know, if I was to have to go all the way back and fill this completely up, I would be going through an absolute ton of shoestrings every time I build a model. So this just helps me, one, save on some material. Plus, I kind of like the look of the hose bed cover on there anyway. I think it adds a nice look to it. Not exactly what was on the picture of my inspiration photograph, but there's always a point, at some point in my models, where the build is going straight down the road, and all of a sudden it takes a left turn, and that's kind of like what I usually do. Is I'll start out with something and finish with something completely different, but that's okay. Just like this light that I originally had on there. Well, I'm back to it again because I actually sold the one that was on there that I made for it. I actually do like this one better. I think it's more 1960s than the other one was. But I just like the look of that one better. So we can get our ladders back in here. These things will be painted a wood tone. And these ladders are actually longer than what is supplied in the pumper kit body. Here's one of those ladders. I think you can see how much shorter they are. And the reason why that's on the truck are from an Aero Chief was when I got the ladders out of the pumper kit, they were so bent and distorted, and the more I tried to reform them, it kind of seemed like the worse they got. So I'll just I'll have an extra set of ground ladders here for a future project. We'll just save those because they'll have to be glued together, and then painted as a whole unit. I worked on them for close to an hour and couldn't get them to work, so I said, you know what, screw it, I got more. So we went with these. I like the longer ones better anyway. But that's about where we're at. We did get the turn signal setting in there. I think they come out pretty good. We did get the black wash done on our Federal Q. It brings out the letter F on it there for Federal. But we're getting there slowly but surely. Please don't call me Shirley, right? We did work on our Indian tanks. We did put a little decal on there that's off a dump truck kit. I don't know what it actually says, but it's that whole full in the eye type of thing again. That's what we're going for here. We're trying to make this look like something that it's not actually, it not actually is. But oh, pardon me. Like I said, hopefully we can start dismantling this a little bit tomorrow, or tonight, I should say. Give it a good wash, because I have been doing some sanding on it and things. I want to wet sand this resin cab again to ensure I got everything off of it. And then we will start hopefully getting a coat of primer on it tomorrow. Because after that, once we get primer and paint, we'll let the paint set for about a week, and then that's our time when we can start working on the interior and get that done. And then we just go on to final assembly. I do have 14 gauge wire to wind up here on our hose, or on our booster reels. I still have to make the fog nozzles for that. That'll be made out of some small styrene pieces, like I've done in the past. But hopefully you guys that are watching or like what you see. I've gotten probably about 10 or 12 new subscribers since I started this project, and guys, I really appreciate it. You're helping my channel grow absolutely tremendously. I checked it the other day, and I'm averaging about 103 new subscribers every month, which to me is astounding, since what I do on this channel, you hardly find anything out there where people are solely building, emergency equipment, apparatus, whatever. And because trust me, I've searched and searched and searched, and you'll find a guy here or there that'll build a police car or fire truck or something, but then they're back to the hot rods or the NASCARs. And trust me, I enjoy a good hot rod just like anybody else, but these are my particular interest. It's what I really like to do. So that's kind of why I stick with it, and I'll stay with it until I get burned out on it. I can't say I'll stick with it until I run out of room, because I've been out of room for a couple of years, but I keep building. But that's about all I got for now. So hopefully here, like I said, we may not get a video up tomorrow because of painting or whatever, but who knows, if the weather's nice and things are going good, then we might get something back up. But use your imagination. That's all this is, And like the fire extinguishers, those are made from those are supposed to be hydraulic tanks on the frame, or air tanks on the frame of a semi truck. And all we did to them was add some little bits of styrene and I mean little bits, in some wire, some more styrene, and just painted them up, stuck a decal on there. You know, all you're doing is fooling the eye. I mean, that's what we're going for here. You know, these look like the old heavy-duty 12-volt flashlights that used to be around in the 60s, and kind of simple to make. You just have to shape your styrene and go for it. All right, guys, that's about all I got for tonight. Again, thanks for all the new subscribers. I really appreciate it. And thanks for watching. Bye.